How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Cubs Daily. My name is Steven Ryan. The Cubs win on a wild walk-off last night. It seems like every day at Wrigley, the games just get better and better. Cubs beat the Dodgers 11-10. Let's keep that momentum rolling just like we are here on Cubs Daily. I appreciate all of the support over the past few weeks, the lovely comments, all that good stuff. I love interacting with every single one of you. Again, continue to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and of course, comment down below. How exciting is this Cub team? Where does it rank in your lifetime? Now, a lot of people have lived a lot longer of a life than I have, but I'm going to say this right now. And again, it's not a brag because it feels like the Cubs don't have a lot of great teams that you just fall in love with, but this is a top 5 Cubs team for me. I'm in love with it. I just love the way they're playing. They never seem to give up, and they're never out of a ball game. It's just crazy to think about. They're just doing this against probably the best teams that the National League has to present. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Where does this team rank in your favorite teams of all Cubs teams? Let's keep this trend rolling. 6 or more runs in 3 of the last 4 games. The offense is a cruising. Not every game is going to be perfect, but scoring 4 to 5 to 6 runs is going to win you a lot of ball games. Now, I know 2 of those games, the bullpen and company, have not helped us out by any means. Shota was not his best last night either, but it's about the will of the dog in the fight, and this Cubs team has that fight, and they've escaped with 2 victories, giving up 10 or more runs these past few days. It's just crazy to think about. Again, the offense battles. It's about the plate discipline, right? The patience at the plate, taking pitches. Yeah, sometimes you're going to get out, sometimes you're going to strike out, but good, high quality at bats. I was listening to Justin Turner bat the other day against the Diamondbacks before the Cubs lost, but he struck out eventually, but he gave him 8 or 9 pitches. That adds stress to the arm. The pitcher's like, all right, how am I going to get this guy out? They start overthinking it, and that's when they hang it. And that's just how this Cubs offense really, really rolls, ladies and gentlemen. They're very patient at the plate. They're disciplined. Obviously, Kyle Tucker is a tremendous asset, and we'll talk about him in a moment here. But the Cubs continue to find ways to win ball games, and they're going for the essential series tie here tonight against the Dodgers, which would make that trip to Japan basically an even split. And then this Cubs team, man, they have the toughest strength of schedule for this first part of the season, and then after that, it's one of the easier schedules in all of baseball. So excited to watch this team continue to roll. I'm excited to watch Cubs baseball every day, just like I know you guys are. So let's get into some more news and notes. Javier Assad did have a rehab start yesterday for AAA Iowa. He went 4 innings. He did give up 5 earned. He walked 3 batters, struck out 5. The Iowa team did fall eventually, but that's not the point. It's about Javier Assad finding his rhythm. Javier Assad was one of the best pitchers in baseball the first half of the year last year, and I'm kind of hoping that he could find a way to return that form so that he can help supplement the Justin Steele injury. I think the Cubs are going to go out and get another big arm. I'm really hoping they do, but if Assad wants to come in and be one of those good young pitchers for this team again, he might be a solution to the problem. And again, even if the Cubs do go out and get a big-time arm, right, he could be a good bullpen long-term reliever. But, the bullpen's an open role, in my opinion. Whoever wants to pitch some good shutout baseball, you are going to get the look from this fan's opinion. So, Assad, solid in his previous 2 starts. He's not perfect, but it's very hard for you to come into the rehab off the injury and just start dominating right off the bat. So, excited to see him getting ramped up. The Iowa Cubs have Cade Horton going tonight, so I'm curious to see how he does. Because if he continues to dominate AAA, the Cubs are not going to have a choice. They're going to have to bring him up, and he's going to have to play a role in this team. Could he be the spark that this bullpen needs? Those are other questions we will have to find the answers out to this season. So, Javier Assad started at AAA. When will he pitch at Wrigley? I'm not sure when the Cubs are going to give him the call up or anything like that. Cubs are obviously riding with momentum, but they're always looking to plug and play and solve issues. I'm guessing he's going to get another 1 or 2 rehab starts, and if he starts to simmer down in the sense of the walks go down, the earned runs go down, that whip stays low, the Cubs will call up Javier Assad and try and supplement this rotation as much as possible. That's the strength of the Cubs, ladies and gentlemen. it's not necessarily they have all the big names. They have a lot of guys that can go 3 to 4 innings, right? A lot of good solid starters. Obviously, Shota Imanaga, Justin Steele, when healthy, Jamison Tyone, and Matthew Boyd all can go 5+ innings. But Ben Brown, he can pitch 5 or more innings. Javier Saad, if he comes up, he can go 3 to 4 to 5 innings, et cetera, et cetera. Jordan Wicks, if he can ever figure it out, can go 3 to 4 innings. They have good depth and good long-term relief options if the team needs them. So, we do have Game 2 tonight. Final game against the Dodgers until October if we are able to meet them. The gauntlet is almost over, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3 with the Phillies this weekend, and then we can I don't want to say breathe the sigh of relief because it seems like the Cubs, over the course of my lifetime, kind of play to the competition. Like, when it's a really good team they play their best baseball. But when it's a quote-unquote lesser team, they play down to the competition. So I don't want the Cubs to get complacent. I don't want them to be like, it's over. They need to keep playing good baseball. They need to get these wins against teams like the Pirates, the White Sox, the Rockies, the Marlins, et cetera, et cetera. You got to rack up your wins where you can. And this team will definitely continue to do so, hopefully, over the course of May. But we got Matt Boyd going tonight. He's been absolutely fantastic. The Dodgers have not announced their pitcher, but it's going to be a solid one. You're hoping that this offense can continue to roll, get an even split with the Dodgers. Actually, that will be a series win for the Dodgers. The Cubs are currently tied. The Cubs took 2 of 3 in LA and are 1-2 against them, technically at home because those first 2 games in Japan are at home. I was thinking about the game last night, and I was just kind of like, hey, do you remember when we lost the first 2 in Japan and we thought the season was over because you had to dwell on it for a week and a half? Well, this season is far from over, and the Cubs are very well in first place. So October is on our sight, ladies and gentlemen. All right, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about it. I know, this subject has been beaten over like a dead horse, but every time I watch this guy play, I need to know why he hasn't been extended yet. I don't know why you're not harassing the agent with different contract offers until he signs. Please pay Kyle Tucker immediately, okay? These are his numbers. He was hitting 302, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs, 22 runs scored. His OPS over 1,000. I don't even remember the last time the Cubs had a guy with an OPS over 1,000. Wait, hold on. Do you guys see that? Wait, those aren't correct. These are the correct numbers. Pay this man immediately. He's now hitting 320 with 7 home runs, 25 driven in. The OPS is just out of control. Kyle Tucker, give him what he wants. I do not care. He is just that good of a ball player, right? The game's 10-7 last night, right? And he hits a 2-run homer. And you're just like, yeah, but it's not the blah. It doesn't matter. He put the Cubs within striking distance. He made every single batter after him a threat to tie the game. And then Pete Crow Armstrong flies out to the track, and then Miguel Amaya basket shot to tie the game, force extras, Cubs win. He's just got this ripple effect about him, ladies and gentlemen. When he bats second, Seiya gets good pitches. Then he gets a good plate appearance, Bush gets good pitches, etc. So on and so forth on down the line. He's just that insanely talented, and he needs to be our right fielder for the next 10 years minimum. I do not care. I know long-term contracts do not quote-unquote work out. It's a solid investment piece. Kyle Tucker for $450 to $500 million is going to be worth every single penny you pay him, okay? We're going to be in every ball game because he's just that good, ladies and gentlemen. So, I don't want to make this a daily segment on Cubs Daily, but I will if it's a must. Pay Kyle Tucker. No more questions. No more reason to discuss it. He is just that good. Oh, Steven, it's just a contract year. I don't give a what. Pay him his money. He needs it. We need him on this team. You go, we go. He was in the building last night. When Kyle Tucker's in this lineup, we are just that much more dangerous. Happ is going to get good pitches because they don't want to deal with Tucker. If they don't have to deal with Tucker, Seiya's going to get good pitches. They have to throw strikes to somebody, and it's not going to be Kyle Tucker because when they throw it to Kyle Tucker, he makes them pay. And he's going to make the Cubs pay or some other team him a lot of money because he is just that good. He's a top 5 player in baseball. Kyle Tucker is him. I just need the Cubs to sign him so I can buy the sweatshirt, tuck around, and find out, okay? That's what I'm basically waiting for. So that's going to do it for today's edition of Cubs Daily. Again, guys, like, subscribe, comment below all your thoughts on the Chicago Cubs. What a fun team. What a fun start to our season so far. I am beyond excited to continue watching. Again, 6 o'clock tonight for more Chicago Cubs baseball, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one.